Good afternoon. It is great to be back in one of the most beautiful places in our state along the Niagara River, a place I'm very well familiar with. But as I see this water, I'm reminded that water really is the essence of life. And if we don't protect our water systems and the systems that deliver it, we're really putting our communities at risk. I mean, this is a moral imperative that we provide clean water to our communities, our businesses, and our families. And that's exactly why I'm here today, to reassure thousands of our neighbors here in Western New York and their kids and grandkids will know that they'll always have access to clean drinking water. It's also important to businesses. As we try to recruit businesses here, they always ask, is there plentiful clean water? And the answer must always be yes. And so supporting the operations that make this possible is an important role of government. So today we're going to be announcing a significant funding source for the state, and it doesn't happen without great partners. I see many of my partners here in the audience, and I want to thank our local leaders. First of all, we have Jerry Shadd here, who you'll be hearing from, who is our chairman of the commissioners of the Erie County Water Authority. I want to thank him. Let's give him a round of applause. We have our Town-to-Town supervisor, Tonawanda supervisor, Joe Eminger. Great to see you again, Joe. Great to see everybody here. Some of our board members, I see Carl Zurich. I've worked with him a long time. Good to see you, Carl. Jill O'Malley, our county legislators, John Barnese, and Michael Kushoyan. Michael, say your name for me. Kushoyan. Thank you for saying that, Michael Kushoyan. I want to get that right. So it's supported by the legislature, our local official, our former Mayor Tony Masiello has joined us here as well, so this is somewhat of a homecoming as well. Also our friends in labor, Scott Reed, the president of CSEA Local 1000. Thank you for the people who are actually working in these facilities, making the work get done, and also to many of our other friends here as well. So this is an important day because this generational investment that'll help alleviate the burden on local taxpayers from the state will make a difference. And this is going to be the first upgrade to Erie County water system in over 70 years. And to all the people who know how important this is, you need to know your governor understands more than most. I spent 14 years on a town board. We obsessed about water and sewer lines all the time. And we're always asking Albany for help because the cost is so prohibitive for local communities to put this on the backs of their taxpayers. So that's why when I became governor, I knew I was going to change the dynamic, make sure that we listen to our local leaders, our county and town leaders who say, we need help with infrastructure funding. And the answer must be yes. The answer must be yes. So I'm one of the few officials you're ever going to meet in my position who get really excited about water and sewer projects. And so the truth is, through no one's fault other than a lack of resources, our systems have been decaying and deteriorating and sometimes bursting and breaking down. Essential upgrades were delayed, and localities had to just kind of do this patchwork, trying to just do a whack-a-mole, put their finger literally in the dike to stop the water from bursting. And generations of leaders have not been able to do much on this other than put a Band-Aid on a bullet wound, and that's the scale of what we're talking about, and leaving the problem to someone else. My friends, the problem has fallen on our laps, and we are not going to push this down to future generations and leaders. The new era of leadership means we respond timely. Now, I get it. Pipes and water filters aren't always really exciting to everybody. They don't get all like, wow, I can't wait to get new pipes underground, because you don't see them. People think more of visible manifestations, big economic development projects, big stadiums, work on bridges, what we're going to do with the Kensington. There's a lot of visible work to be done. Even though this is underground and out of sight, the main thing is when it doesn't function, then all of us are responsible for that. And we have a responsibility to make sure that we make these investments now. So the Vandewater treatment plant right here, this is what's doing it. This is what's providing clean water, accessible water for countless families here in the northern part of Erie County. And so everybody has a right to turn on that faucet and see and feel and experience fresh, clean water. But I also want to let you know something else. Water mains break. It causes a disruption. But when I see a water main break, I say that means this wasn't invested in. And we have to make sure that we are investing in ways to make up for the past neglect. And today, we're going to do this. That's why I fought for $500 million in the budget for clean water infrastructure. That's a lot of money. But I knew it was overdue, and the time has come to fund projects like this one. And that's why today I'm here to announce over $20 million to strengthen Erie County's water system will be delivered to the people of this county. This will allow the Erie County Water Authority to do what they've been wanting to do, which is a major, long overdue $81 million water system overhaul. And they'll be able to build backup systems. How crucial is that? And so if one main goes down, there'll be a second to fall back on, so service is not disrupted. We're also upgrading the filters that'll clean 60 million gallons of water a day from the lake. That is extraordinary. But I just walk through the labs. I see where this is happening. I see where the testing is going on 3 times a day. The people here are so dedicated to make sure that they give the people of their communities the essence of life, and that's water. And I remember a time if you were drinking water out of here, unfiltered, you were basically drinking poison. That's when I grew up. And you could see the steel plants and the chemical plants with their discharges so open and wanton, no one even stopped them. And that's why I'm a true hardcore environmentalist. You can't grow up in this area, not far from Love Canal, and recall the siege that was happening at our plants, dumping water right in this beautiful freshwater lake, one of the greatest lakes and the rivers in the world. But nobody cared back then, back in the 70s and 80s. Today, people swim in that water. I swim in that water. I actually took a dip this summer. It's beautiful. That's what happens when communities rise up. They demand better from their government. They invest the monies to clean up a place like Lake Erie and the Niagara River, and today is a beautiful, welcoming place for recreation, boaters, swimmers, for commerce, and for our communities. But basically, the most important thing that water does for us, it allows us to drink. Allows us to drink every single day. So we're replacing filters that have been servicing this area since the 1950s. Think about that. Filters in place now from the 1950s. You know how often you change your filters at home. It's a long time not to do it. People that were first born when the original filters went in are now collecting Social Security. That's a long time. So let's invest in this. We know it's at stake. New Yorkers know how important this is. That's why they overwhelmingly supported our $4.2 billion Environmental Bond Act. And now we have the resources to do what we've been wanting to do for so long. And part of that, we're investing and helping out local governments with $425 million in grants so communities like this can upgrade their systems. This is how we make a generational impact. We relieve the burden from our local taxpayers as best we can, take care of this so the next generation, perhaps for the next 50 years, won't have to make these investments. And that's exactly what we're doing. Because if you don't get in front of this, you get behind it, you get overwhelmed, and you're washed away. And I want to make sure the people of Western New York know, as a governor from this area, how important this is to me personally, and I believe this investment will make a difference that people have been waiting for a long time. So thank you. I'm happy to welcome up our commissioner, someone we've known a long time, Jerry Shedd, and thank you for assuming this important role. Again, not one that's thought about a lot, but if it's not working, that's all anybody will talk about. So thanks for getting it right, Chairman Shedd.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the Erie County Water Authority's Vandewater Treatment Plant, and to our special guest, Governor Kathy Hochul. Welcome home. On behalf of my fellow Water Authority Board of Commissioners, Michelle Iannello and Peggy Legree, who are here with us, our management team, over 280 employees, and most importantly, on behalf of 550,000 customers, thank you, Governor Hochul, for this significant investment of state funding to ensure the uninterrupted delivery of safe, high-quality, affordable drinking water to our residential and commercial customers. The Water Authority's mission is to provide a plentiful supply of safe, high-quality drinking water through a reliable infrastructure. In September 2019, the Board of Commissioners approved a comprehensive strategic plan designed to ensure that we can deliver on our mission for many decades to come, seeing at that time a $1 billion needed investment to make. Governor Hochul, your commitment to provide $20 million to help leverage over $81 million in clean drinking water infrastructure is really a very significant first step towards implementing this strategic plan and making it happen for our customers. The Erie County Water Authority's Board of Commissioners, the management team, have implemented significant operational, fiscal, and financial policy changes to make us well positioned for the future. Since 2019, the Water Authority has made historic levels of investment in infrastructure to upgrade and replace aging infrastructure. But as you mentioned, the infrastructure needs of this community are simply too great for our ratepayers to carry that burden solely on their shoulders. Thank you, Governor Hochul. I really, really thank you for recognizing the need to upgrade these infrastructure issues and to help us get the necessary resources in place to help our customers. The Water Authority is proud to be your partner. We're proud to work with you. We'll work with your team and deliver on your promise for clean, affordable drinking water to New Yorkers for generations to come, for our children and our grandchildren. We're proud of our team of dedicated employees who do the work to make and ensure that our customers have and receive the very best quality service daily. So today's a great day. It's a great start. And Governor Hochul, thanks for being here today. I really appreciate your time and your historic commitment to the resources we need to make this happen. Thank you very much.
That concludes our program today. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Enjoy the sunshine.